Hey guys, gonna do a little video here about my go-to guns. Pete from the Army channel started it, and Matt did a VR to it, and he tagged me. Matt is one of my go-to guys here on YouTube. Been friends for a long time now, and I was honored that he tagged me. And if you don't know Matt, his channel's Rise Arms. I'll have a link to his channel. You need to get over there and check him out and sub to him because he's a really great guy. Got awesome videos. I love his videos. He gives you a lot of good information in most of his videos. Anyway, I wanted to tag somebody that on YouTube. They've tagged so many people I've lost track. If you've already been tagged, I'm sorry. Or if you've made a video and I haven't seen it. But I'd like to tag 1957 Shep and Trees A Blowin'. Those two guys, they got some awesome guns and great channels. I'll have their links down there also. So if you guys happen to watch this video and you get a chance, I'd appreciate it if you do one of these videos. Try and keep it going. When I was thinking about go-to guns, I know what they mean. They're the guns that are your most reliable and the guns that you would use if you needed to grab a gun real quick and that was the gun you felt was the most reliable. Well, I started thinking, when I go out of town, a lot of you guys know I got a place in the mountains and I got a little trailer at the beach. And we go down there for anywhere for a weekend to a month or 2 months. And I started thinking, what guns do I always bring when I go out of town? That would sort of be my go-to guns. And I collected a few of the guns that I bring. That just about every time I go out of town, they go with me. And I go through some of these guns here. On the top there, that's a 12 gauge, 18-inch barrel with a pistol grip. As you can see, it's an 870. The shotguns may vary. I have several 870s with different configurations, but that one's easy to pack. It's real easy to control in the house because it's so short, and I just have always had good luck with 870s. Even though I have a 500 and I have an H&K shotgun, I always tend to go with the 870s. And I wouldn't leave home without a shotgun going on any trip. I think it's the most versatile gun you can buy. If you could only have one gun, let's face it, shotgun would be it for me. Then we go over to the left. That's my Ruger Vaquero in a 3.5-inch barrel, and it's in 45 long Colt. I take that gun primarily to shoot because I love shooting it. The only thing that I don't love is buying the rounds for it in the 45 long Colt, as they're 30 and better on a box. This gun, actually, people know that I have that place in the mountains. Twice now I've chased away bears with it. The last time we were up there, my wife was at the kitchen window and I was over in the kitchen table watching the laptop, probably watching a YouTube video, and she yelled, "Ringo's being chased by a bear." And I got up. Sure enough, there was Ringo. He was just a little bit ahead of that bear. So I went out there and shot that in the ground. The bear took off. Ringo came back, and that was the end of that. But that little gun there, I think it'll hold its own, that cartridge. And like I say, it's just a lot of fun to shoot. And it's usually hanging around, and that was the first gun I grabbed. Now this is my Glock 21. I always take that gun. 45 ACP, holds tons of rounds, never has let me down, and it's one of the guns that always gets put in my bag when I go on a trip. Love it. Then we got the Brandon High Power. If you know my channel, you know that's one of my favorite guns. She just goes with me wherever I go. It's been very, very reliable. I've had hundreds and hundreds of rounds through it. I'm not one of these guys that say, well, the gun's going to be reliable because I shoot hundreds of rounds through it. That doesn't mean that much to me, because you could shoot thousands of rounds through a gun, never give you any problem. You could shoot 3,000, 3,001, something happens to it, which I'm having a little problem with my Colt 1911 right now. And it has shot thousands of rounds, but right now it's having a little problem. So that's what I mean. The guns are reliable. Doesn't mean they're going to be reliable the day you need them, you know. You can have a brand new gun with only a few rounds and it'll shoot, and you can have a gun with 3,000 rounds and it won't shoot. Just like your car, every day you get in your car, it starts. You can't say, well, that car's going to always start. It's not necessarily the case. Then up here, this is my Smith&Wesson Model 19 .357 Magnum. I've owned every Smith&Wesson revolver they make at one time or another, and I love them all. Haven't met one that I didn't like, but I always gravitate to the 19. That's my favorite Smith&Wesson revolver. And again, going back to the Bears, famous person, Jeff Cooper, he said one of the best bear guns is a small, short-barreled .357. In other words, something to have on you. He's not saying it's the best round to use to kill a bear, but if you're just around your property or something, you don't want to lug around a big, 300 Winchester Magnum rifle or something, the .357 Magnum does a good job on a bear. So I take that with me now. And the grips I got from my friend Bill, Lock and Load channel. I know my other friend Hazman 440 tagged you, and I'm hoping that you come out and make a video. We miss you, buddy. Now, the other one is a 1911. That's a Kimber. That, again, those vary. I take different 1911s, but I usually always carry a 1911 with me when I'm going on a trip. But I happen to like that one. And, again, it's been reliable as far as every time I load her up, she shoots, and very accurate. Then, out on the top here, some of you know I'm getting into knives. That's one of my go-to knives. I always carry a knife or two or three or four when I go somewhere. And that one happens to be a Randall. And I really, really like that knife, so I take it with me. And something else I got now is a flashlight. Just received these from Void Hawk, and I'm going to do a video on them. I've been using it now for a little over a week, using it out in the yard and using it in the house, and I'm really impressed with the flashlight. It uses rechargeable battery, so now this is going to be my go-to flashlight, and like I say, I'll be doing a video on that. And those are generally my go-to guns. Like I say, they vary, but basically all these guns go with me when I go on a trip, and at least one or two sitting around the house, always available. So I hope the people I tag do it. I'm really enjoying this, going around and seeing the guns that you guys go to, and hope you like the ones I showed. So until we see each other again, have a good day, and thanks for watching.